Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Tonight it is Friday night, and that means high school boys basketball in late January, and I am excited to bring you tonight's matchup in this Metro West Conference boys basketball. 12-2 Wildcats coming against the Red Knights, 7-7. It's 12-2 versus 7-7, but both teams are 3-0 in the Metro West Conference, and we're here to decide who gets supremacy in the Metro West. My name is Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports, and we're streaming live on YouTube. Glad you're with us. And we're announcing the starting lineup. So the Red Knights come in 7-7. They won their first 3 of the year, then they lost 6 in a row, and in their last 5, they are 4-1. And as I mentioned, they're 3-0 in the conference. Meanwhile, the Waconia Wildcats are stellar this year. They're 12-2. They haven't lost in their last 11 games. And they are also tied atop the Metro West with Benilde-St. Margaret. They come all the way in from the far western suburbs. In fact, Waconia is beyond the western suburbs. They were in my conference when I played high school basketball. I've played games against Waconia my whole high school career, and one of their kids on their team, last name Kirsch, I should say, we played against his father. Pretty sure I remember a name Kirsch at the Waconia high school team back in the early 80s. And I think his son is playing for Waconia on the road. Again, they are 12-2, folks. They mean business. And here come the Red Knights at home, 7-7. But again, 4-1 in their last 5. This is a big game. Again, glad you're with us. And we're about to begin at the tip-off. Number 1, Jaden Daisy, the senior, averaging 15.2 a game, going against number 34, Christopher Fulford, the senior. All seniors on the Waconia team. They get the tip, take it right into the zone, kick it out to the outside, fake shot, drives in, number 33. Nice drive, but could not finish. That was Jackson Hayes. Now the Red Knights into the front court. Underway here at Benilde-St. Margaret's home gymnasium. 18 minutes on the clock, and we do have a shot clock this year. We're at 22 right now. Now turning and shooting, number 24 for the Red Knights, Jalen Wilson. He's their leading scorer, and a whistle on the rebound. And there'll be a side out underneath. Clock stop with 17:34 to go. And number 3 for the Red Knights, that's Ronald Lee, the senior, averaging 11.4 to throw it in. Waconia in the customary zone defense on an inbound play, and they are playing a 2-3 zone. But that almost always happens when the ball is thrown in underneath your own basket. They may be man-to-man throughout the game, but right now they are in a 2-3 zone. Red Knights and Waconia Wildcats looking for the first points of the game. Turnaround jump shot delivers. Number 1, Jaden Daisy, the senior captain, as he hits the deck. Now Waconia to the front court, driving the baseline. Bounce pass underneath, and a foul called against the Red Knights. Number 23, Abu Qaida, the junior, and there's that beautiful shot. My goodness, Jaden Daisy, he averages 15.2 a game. And now at the line, number 34 for the Wildcats, Christopher Fulford, the senior, off the mark. And I don't list him as one of the leading scorers for the Red Knights, even though he's their, for the Wildcats, even though he's a leading scorer. But he's at the line, and he misses 2, and that is an 0-2 start at the line for the Wildcats. Not a good start on the road. Free throws are so critical in every game. I would imagine that in any basketball game, if you look at the free throws, had the losing team made more, they might have won. All right, now the Red Knights with a 2-0 lead in the front court. In the corner, good ball rotation. Driving the lane is 23, Qaida, and the turnover into the hands of number 11. That is Gavin Olson, the senior guard, into the corner. Down low pass, and off the board and in. Number 33, Jackson Hayes, the senior. 4 seniors and a sophomore starting for Waconia. That in part explains their 12-2 start this year. We're halfway through the season. And the quick shot by number 1, Daisy, short off the rim. Now into the hands of number 11, Gavin Olson, the senior guard. Now number 13 with it, that's William Kirsch. That's the kid I was talking about. I'm pretty sure I played against his father. Now the turnover and the dunk by number 23, Abu Qaida. Puts the Red Knights up 4-2. Almost a steal by the Red Knights. Now, good ball rotation by both teams. That's number 33 with it for the Wildcats, Jackson Hayes. Good defense by the Red Knights. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Shot taken by 33 Hayes. Rebound, Red Knights into the front court. Again, Jaden Daisy. Now the point guard, number 3, Ronald Lee, sets up shop. And we are now in a man-to-man defense by the Wildcats. 4-2 our start as we approach the 15-minute mark of the first half. On the low post, can't find anything. That was number 1, Daisy, and now a travel going to be called on Jalen Wilson, the junior captain, and here is that dunk by number 23, Abu Qaida, skying all the way for the 2. 4-2 lead Red Knights. Now the Wildcats on the far wing. That's number 24, Tate McDonald. Good ball rotation to the near wing. That's number 13, Kirsch. Kirsch now looking to drive the lane, and he does. Comes right in and draws the foul. They're going to call the charge on Kirsch. That'll be the team's second, his first. Here is the replay. Oh, man, I don't know about that. From that camera angle, we can't tell if the Red Knight had position, but the official was in the better position right at the baseline and made that call. So 2 team fouls against Waconia, 1 Red Knights. Now to the front court with a 4-2 lead is number 3, Ronald Lee. Takes the return pass on the left wing. Now at the top of the key, Daisy with it. On the low post to 24, Jaden Wilson with a scoop shot, draws the foul and banks it in for a 3-point play. Clock stop with 14 and a half minutes to go. Red Knights now up 6-2, and here is that play to the low post to Jaden Wilson. Uses his shoulder, comes in, gets great position and great touch off the glass and in. 6-2, going for the 3-point play right here. And he completes it. 7-2 lead. Great start for the Red Knights. They're only 7-7 on the year, and I do wonder about that 6-loss streak they went through after their first 3 games. I wonder if they had some key players hurt. It certainly feels that way. And now they're 4-1 in their last 5. And now a foul called along the baseline. Number 1, Jaden Daisy. That'll be the Red Knights' second team foul, first personal for Daisy, and there'll be a throw-in underneath, quickly underway. Now, number 11 with it. Gavin Wilson drives the left lane, can't get it. Now back out to the top of the key to 33, that's Hayes. Hayes can't find anyone, and that's gonna be a turnover, unforced error. The Wildcats now checking in for the Red Knights, number 5, that's Jaleel Donnelly, averaging 17 points a game, the junior. And that tells you about the depth of the Red Knights bench. Off the bench, they've got a guy, Jaleel, averaging 17 a game, coming into the match. All right, now let's see what he can do. Red Knights with a 5-point lead early on, just under 14 to go first half. And Wilson loses control of the ball and will retain possession as they call that was knocked out by number 34, Christopher Fulford for Waconia. And now a throw-in underneath. That means a 2-3 zone for the Wildcats, most likely. And now some contact underneath, and they're going to call a foul on Fulford, and he is objecting to that. He respectfully has a different opinion. Judge for yourself right here. You can see him come across the lane. Fulford tried to get in the way, and a little touchy perhaps. Just an indication the referee's gonna be calling it a little tight here, and you have to adjust to the philosophy of the referees in any game of any type of sport. Now that is Daisy delivers, and And that's a 9-2 lead for the Red Knights, and the Waconia head coach, Dan Robishko, has seen enough and needs a timeout, and not a bad one there, as Daisy just gets that one to climb over the front of the rim and in for a 9-2 lead. Clock stop with 13:45 to go, and we got a great crowd on hand here. Home gymnasium of the Red Knights, and there's head coach Dan Robishko. Again, the Wildcats, and you got to keep remembering as we watch here, they are on an 11-0 run here. They haven't lost a basketball game since December 12th. That's approaching 2 months ago, month and a half to be sure, way before Christmas and the holidays, are right in the middle of it. And they're on the road against the Red Knights, and I will remind you that both teams are undefeated in the conference, so this game is huge for both teams. And now the Red Knights are going to show full court pressure here. They mean business. This is a huge game for the Red Knights. They're at home against the conference tying team. A must-win for the Red Knights. I'm sure that's their mentality tonight. Okay, full court press. Token press, though, just a little bit of pressure there. Man-to-man defense. Now driving the lane, coming right in with the scooping in and off the boards is number 11, Gavin Olsen. He averages 17 a game. Those are his first two, and a great timeout taken by Dan Robishko for Waconia. It's always a great timeout when you come out of that timeout and score. Now Red Knights in the front court. 5-point lead. Driving the lane, turnaround is Ronald Lee. Had to give it up. Now he gets it back. Ronald Lee running the show out there. The quick three-pointer from outside range. Jalen Wilson couldn't get it to go. Rebound into the hands of Waconia's number 34, Christopher Fulford. And the scoop shot by Jackson Hayes as he draws the foul, and he'll go to the line for and three. And Waconia starting to wake up here on offense. And he did draw the contact, and he was able to get that left-handed scoop shot to go down, and he'll go at the line to bring Waconia within two. I can tell you what, Waconia is an athletic town out there. They've always been competitive in all sports. No surprise that they have a good basketball team again this year in the Metro West, and that is a growing community out there. And in and out by Hayes. So Red Knights with a three-point lead. Quickly into the front court. Off the bench is Jaleel Donley. Now Donley with it. Let's see what he can do. He came in off the bench, but I remind you, he averages 17 points a game. Now at the top of the key to zero, Milton Nguyen, a ninth grader who's checked in. So Red Knights going to their bench. That's Damian Johnson, the head coach, former Gopher. Last year, he put this team on a huge run. I think they made the state tournament or close to it. Now the turnaround jump shot by Daisy. Are you kidding me? That is big-time stuff. Driving the lane, turnaround jump shot, and in with a player in his face. Oh, what a pass that was by number 11, Gavin Olsen. He got called for the travel, and he clearly looks confused. There is the turnaround jump shot with a player right on him. That is number 1, Jaden Daisy, the senior. Puts the Red Knights back up by 5 to match their largest lead of the night. Now into the front court following the turnover on the travel call. And just checking in also for the Red Knights, Tanner Rose, the sophomore. Rose does intercept it, but then he gives up the play on the interception, and driving the length of the court for Waconia was number 21, Simon Meath, the senior, who's checked in. 11-8, Red Knights by 3. Into the front court now. Jaleel Donley, tight man-to-man defense. Daisy comes in, draws contact, no call, gets the rebound. Rebound now to Waconia's number 14, Owen Hillner. Now to the front court for Waconia. Chance to tie it with a three-point play. They take the three and they deliver. Jackson Hayes ties it up with 11:29 to go. We have ourselves a ball game here. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Now to the far wing, that's number 4, Ronald Lee. His shot off the mark. No, excuse me, Tanner Rose, rebound Waconia. And 11:11 to go, and we're tied at 11. Now number 11 into the front court for Waconia. Bounce pass to the low post to Hayes. His left-handed shot, good again. He's a good player, folks, averaging 14.5 a game. And he's got that left-handed shot, which can confuse the defense. And now the shot by number 5, Donnelly, off the rim. Rebound, Waconia. Not a lot of second chances for the Red Knights. Waconia rebounding well on the defensive boards. Now to the front court, number 11, Gavin Olsen. Gavin drives the right, comes in with the left hand, and lays it in. And Waconia Benilde gonna need to find an answer for that, and that's why Damian Johnson called timeout. Watch this move. Right by the defense, and the easy lay-in for number 11, Gavin Olsen. He is averaging 17 a game, and now he has the Wildcats up 3 on the road. 10:28 to go, and then there's this three by the lefty, Jackson Hayes, the senior, feeling it right there. And we have a timeout and a quiet hush in the home crowd here for the Red Knights. And there's Damian Johnson with the mask on, talking to his team. Again, they are on a 4-1 in their last 5, and then here is the breakaway by number 21, Simon Meath. All right, timeout over with, 10:28 to go. Red Knights now down 4 at home. Conference lead at stake tonight. We're just halfway through the season. They've got games until March 1, and then the sections begin. So just midway here. But now the conference games start to rack up. Donnelly, quick turnaround underneath pass to number 8 for the Red Knights. And do I have a name for number 8? I'm not sure. Let me see here. I do not. So he's going to be the mystery guy, unless I can see somewhere else. There's several rosters that I have access to, and I don't see a number 8. But number 8, or that's 0, excuse me, Milton Nguyen, the freshman this time. Also a lefty, brings the Red Knights within 3 with 10:10 to go, and he delivers on the second one. And I confused his 0 for an 8, I believe. So that was Nguyen at the line. Okay, now Waconia into the front court, number 11. Gavin Olsen. Olsen drives to the left side. He's also with the left hand. So 3 lefties, and he delivers that. Just pulled up, eyed it up, and delivered that shot. 4-point lead for Waconia. 9:50 to go, first half. Into the front court, given to number 5, Jaleel Donnelly. Now near side to number 3, Lee. And the shot from way outside, number 23, Abu Kaita. The junior, that's a big-time shot by Kita. Brings the Red Knights to within 1. Now driving, Gavin Wilson gets it out to Hayes. His delivery from the 3-point, and unable to get it, but he gets the rebound as the Red Knights tried to force a turnover or an out of bounds. Didn't work. Now driving Wilson, fast pass underneath, and number 3, Hayes. Great pass by Gavin Wilson to Jackson Hayes. Waconia back up by 3 with 9:03 to go. First half. Now number 3 with it. Lee to 23, Kita. And almost intercepted, and it is intercepted by number 32, Soren Marker on the floor. Ball loose, and it's going to be tied up, and the possession arrow favors the Red Knights. And here is this replay with the big-time shot by number 23, Abu Kita. That is from way outside, folks. NBA three-point distance. All right, 8:47 to go, and then underneath here, this sequence. All right, play back underway. 8:41 to go. Daisy down low to number 1, Daisy, and he puts it in off the glass. 19-18, 1-point lead now for Waconia. This is how it's gonna be all night long. Conference lead on the line here, midway through the season. That is Kirsch to number 32, Marker. Ball tipped underneath, gets to number 21, Meath. He goes up for the shot, and they're going to call the foul on the arm on number 24. That's Jalen Wilson. Here's that replay. Ball was tipped and miraculously got into the hands of Simon Meath, and there's the foul on 24. That'll be the team's 4th, as opposed to Waconia's team 5th. And missing at the line, number 21, Simon Meath. And checking out for the Red Knights is number 23, Kita. Coming in for him, Jaleel Donley. And at the line for his 2nd attempt for Waconia, number 21, Simon Meath. And he gets that one to rattle in. Waconia back to a 2-point lead on the road, 8:15 to go. All right, now quickly into the front court, bringing the ball up, Ronald Lee to the wing, back to Lee as he changed with Daisy. Really quick ball rotation and a quick steal by the Wildcats. Now Kirsch drives the lane, comes right in with the scoop shot, can't get it to go. Daisy with the rebound, outlet pass to number 1. That is Daisy, comes in and off the Red Knights, but he saves it in time to number 24, Jalen Wilson from Daisy. And I tell you what, these Red Knights are lightning quick. No better example than that sequence right there, and they've tied it at 20 with 7:32 to go first half. Now on the post, Fulford gets it out to the wing, driving, gets up the baseline, pass underneath in traffic. Now Kirsch with it, drives the lane, outside shot off the rim, rebound, Daisy. And a whistle, and a foul is going to be called on number 24, Tate McDonald, for the Wildcats. And there was that save by Daisy to Wilson, coming in with the left hand off the glass and the rim and in. Tied at 20, and I guess there was no foul on that last sequence, but I will update you. 16 fouls on Waconia. That puts the Red Knights in the bonus with 7:18 to go. 14 fouls for the Red Knights. So they have two fouls to give before Waconia is in the bonus. And from the outside, missing everything. The outlet pass misses the mark. Intended for number 33, Jackson Hayes. And there was Damian Johnson, the head coach with the mask on, able to grab that ball. I'm sure there's a part of him that would love to keep playing. And now the referees are talking over. And they're going to give the ball to the Wildcats. And Damian Johnson doesn't understand as he's talking to the official. And I'm not sure I disagree with him. Not sure what the reason, because it looked like it went off Waconia, but Waconia gets the ball. Let's see if we can see the replay. I was just going to ask for that, Paul Broden, our producer. And right there, not sure. I don't know if they're blaming Damian Johnson for that. I can't imagine, unless he was in the court when he touched it. Here's this replay sequence. Right here, the replay. Let's see, we're gonna get to see it again. There's the thing, where's Damian Johnson's feet? No, he was out of bounds. I don't know what that was. And I would have been surprised had he been on the court anyway. That would have been shocking. I was just looking for a reason, and we verified that wasn't it. All right, meanwhile, turnover against Waconia. We'll look at this replay as Wilson drives, and he just lost control. No foul there or anything. Oh, they did call traveling, sure. Good play on defense by the Red Knights as they just sort of backed away. I think he was expecting the contact and he had to take that extra step. And there is number 5, Jaleel Donley. Meanwhile, the junior puts the Red Knights back up 22-20 with 6:23 to go. Now Waconia into the front court. That's number 24 drawing the foul, Tate McDonald. He's averaging 7.3 a game. And that'll be the 15th foul against the Red Knights. And here is Donley, 17 points. He's averaging off the bench. Another lefty. There are 5 left-handed shooters on this court that I've counted so far. I've never seen that. And I'm a left-handed person, so I notice these things. And they're going to call an offensive foul on number 11, Gavin Olson, for the push-off right here. Judge for yourself. Donley And right there, he was just trying to create some space, and I know what he was trying to do there. I played point guard. You wanted to give space, but you got to kind of do it in a way that isn't so belligerent, and that looked bad, and the referee called it. Not sure it should have been called, but nevertheless, that's how it looked. And now he stepped on the sideline, number 3, Ronald Lee. He put his foot back. Damian Johnson, head coach, off the bench saying, yeah, that's what happened. He had the best look at it, looking right down the sideline. So turnover against the Red Knights. 5 team fouls for the Red Knights, 7 for Waconia. So the Red Knights are in the bonus. We have 6:04 to go. Red Knights up by 2. Into the front court is Kirsch, number 13. To Fulford at the top of the key. Gives it up to Wilson, number 11, into the corner. Kirsch drives the left side. Kicks it back out to the far wing. Coming in, giving it up, back out to Kirsch. 14 seconds on the shot clock, and from way outside at the top of the key, Kirsch for 3. William Kirsch, the sophomore point guard, delivering the goods, puts Waconia up by 1, 23-22. Now from outside, Donley off the back rim. Rebound. Johnson, number 23, Jalen Wilson with the putback. Puts the Red Knights back up by 1 with 5:19 to go. Now Waconia into the front court. Back and forth we go. Number 24, McDonald. Now Hayes. Post extended, comes in with the right hand, even though he's a lefty, and delivers that and puts Waconia back up by 1 with 5:04 to go. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We are streaming live on YouTube, and this is great high school basketball from St. Louis Park. And that shot by Wilson off the mark. Kirsch with the rebound, quickly into the front court. He'll back it up now to the high wing. Hayes to number 11, Olsen. Now on the near side, tight man-to-man defense by the Red Knights, continuing. Wilson from the corner, in, out, rebound, Hayes. He draws the foul, and that's gonna be their 6th team, and it's side out for Waconia. As Donley talks over the referee. There's Hayes, 33. He's a big kid, comes in with the right hand and makes that one go. Even with a little contact. Now Fulford will check out. Waconia leads 25-24, 4:29 to go, and what a frenetic pace here. And now checking in for Waconia, number 14, Owen Hiltner. That name rings a bell for when I played too. Or no, there was a Hilgers, but I definitely remember Kirsch. Now Hayes, number 33. He's a nice player for Waconia. Now 32 with it, that is Marker, Soren Marker. Hayes now gives it back to Marker, top of the key. Owen Wilson with the left hand, drives the lane and scores. 27-24 with 4:12 to go. That's number 11, Gavin Olsen. He's averaging 17 a game. He's well on his way to matching that average. Now on the far wing, number 1, Jaden Daisy. Quickly rotates to Donley, the alley-oop underneath. Can't get it to go, but Wilson with the rebound. Far side driving is number 3, Ronald Lee. His shot off the rim, rebound. Wilson can't get it to go. Rebound. It is a war out there, folks. Now driving, and he's on the line again. Number 3, Ronald Lee. That's the second time he's stepped out of bounds inadvertently. I think the word there is court awareness, and look at that strong drive by number 11, Gavin Olsen, the senior guard for Waconia. That is big time. All right, now into the front court. The sophomore, Kirsch, he's got great ball handling skills. Again, Waconia 11-0 in their last 11, and that shot from outside. Hayes with the rebound, almost put the putback on the one-timer. Couldn't quite get it to go. And now who's gonna have possession, and they're gonna award it back to Waconia. Clock stop with 3:19 to go. Now the referee talking to the scorer's table. All right, they were wondering about the possession arrow, if I could decipher that. I'm right behind the scorer's table to the left. All right, throw in for Waconia. Underneath is Olsen, comes with the reverse layup and delivers. That kid is good. 29-24, Waconia. Starting to represent why they are 11-0 in their last 11 and 12-2 on the year. And the two teams they lost to are in a higher division, Shakopee and Lakeville South, much bigger schools. And that pass misses underneath. And a turnover against Benilde. They're down 5 now with 2:53 to go. And look at the reverse layup with the left hand. Waconia is a good team here. Here's Kirsch. Now Hayes. Hayes on the left, dribble, comes back, 3 seconds. Oh my goodness, could have been called, I thought. Now Wilson at the top of the key. On the far side, Hayes, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hayes with the reverse, scoop shot off. Good defense by the Red Knights. 2:22 to go. Into the front court, coming in, and they're gonna call the charge on number 3, Ronald Lee, as he pushed off on the drive. And that's 3 turnovers against Lee right here. And again, it's all perception. It's just that he extended his arm a little too much. If he had kept it in and guarded it more, it would have been inadvertent contact. But I think that push-off is gonna draw the attention of the officials. Lots of times it's just how you sell it and how you play. But when you extend your arm that far, you're gonna draw it. It's just like a reach in. Even if you don't touch the guy and you reach in, just the reaching in looks bad, you're gonna get that call. Same thing. All right, now Waconia outside, Kirsch off the rim. Rebound, number 24, Jalen Wilson. Into the front court, number 1, Jaden Daisy. His team down now, still down 5 with 1:41 to go. Little drought in scoring by both teams here in the last several moments. Opportunity for the Red Knights underneath. Great pass by Jalen Wilson to number 23, Abu Kita. And he gets that to go. Red Knights pull within 3 with 1:24 to go. Waconia in the front court, underneath. Nice bounce pass on the give and go. Unable to connect with Hayes. Now the Red Knights in the front court. That's number 1, Jaden Daisy, drives the lane, draws contact. And that'll be a shooting foul, and Daisy will go to the line. The call will be on number 11, Gavin Olson. And here's that. Wow, he just got that ball to get through there. Great bounce pass by number 24, Jalen Wilson, and now Jaden Daisy at the line. Easy schmeezy, that free throw. He doesn't even think about it, does he? Right up there, staying loose. Just one dribble, and let's shoot. And he gets that to go in. Nice touch there by Jaden Daisy. And now the Red Knights down 1 with 1:12 to go. First half, fast-moving first half as well. I'll remind you, you are watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We are streaming live on YouTube. Glad you're with us in these final moments of half number 1 in this very important Metro West matchup. Conference supremacy on the line midway through the season. These two teams will meet again later on in Waconia, but tonight it's here in St. Louis Park. Now into the corner. 10 on the shot clock for Waconia. 7 on the shot clock. And a turnover, Red Knights. Nice outlet pass to Donley. Comes up with it. I'm not sure he knew he was going to give it to when he jumped to throw it. And now a turnover. They could have used a little patience there. There's number 24, Tate McDonald now. Oh, almost an over and back, but he was across the timeline. 23 seconds to go, and that matches the shot clock. So Waconia could go for a last shot here. And they're up by 1. I'm sure they'll do that. 14 seconds remaining. Hayes, could have been a travel there. Not sure. Now Hayes again, 6 seconds. Coming in, the scoop, contact, out of bounds. And possession will remain with Waconia. They'll have an opportunity with 3.4 seconds, and now 2 substitutions for Waconia quickly here. First checks back in, and number 11, Gavin Olson. Combined, they're averaging 25 a game. Kirsch 18.7. And Gavin Olson, 17. Throw in underneath to 24. That's Tate McDonald. His shot as the buzzer sounds off the mark. And after one half complete, our score, the Waconia Wildcats on the road, up by one, 29-28. Come on back for half number two. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Glad you're with us.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor, creating new visions. Now, my fingers are my eyes. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that means a lot to me. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Again tonight we are on the beautiful campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's High School in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, bringing you high school Metro West boys basketball featuring the Waconia Wildcats and the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights. And what a match this has been, and how much is at stake here tonight. Both teams 3-0 atop the conference of the Metro West. Winner tonight will have sole possession as we're halfway through the season. Waconia coming in with a 12-2 overall record, having won 11 of their last 11 games. Red Knights 7-7 overall, but 4-1 in their last 5. They lost 6 in a row prior to that. Not sure what that was about, but I think they're better than their 7-7 record, and the score bears that out. We're at 29-28. Red Knights just down by 1 at home. And glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. My name is Robert Christensen, and this should be one great 18 minutes of high-level high school basketball in Minnesota, Metro West style. Glad you're with us. And Waconia will get the throw-in to start it. They'll be going left to right. And we're underway, 18 minutes on the clock. Waconia up by 1, and their first pass underneath deflected by number 24, Jalen Wilson. So good defense by the Red Knights out of the start. And there'll be a throw-in underneath. That's number 13, William Kirsch, the stellar sophomore point guard, averaging 18.7. Ball now quickly in. Now in the hands of number 24, Tate McDonald. In the corner to number 11, Gavin Olson. He had a great first half. Now Olson all the way to the near side to 24, McDonald. Back to Olson. 10 on the shot clock. New invention this year in high school sports in Minnesota, the shot clock. Haven't had to call it much in my girls' games or boys' games, but tonight it is getting a little closer, and it does have somewhat of an impact as there's a turnover for Waconia. So not a great start offensively for them. Now the Red Knights with their first possession in the second half on the near side. That's number 3, Ronald Lee, driving and off the rim, and in is Jaden Daisy, the senior captain. He's averaging 15.2 a game. And the Red Knights now in front by 1. 17:05 to go. Now on the front court is Waconia. Top of the key to Tate McDonald. Driving is Kirsch in the alley-oop, and what a play as he hits the deck and quickly gets back up. I've mentioned that name, Kirsch. I played against his father, I'm pretty sure. Good player, that sophomore guard. All right, now here's Jay Wilson, and a foul underneath is going to be against Kirsch for Waconia. That'll be their first team foul of the second half. Oh no, they called it on number 34, my mistake, Christopher Fulford. And he'll have a seat. Checking in Soren Marker. Number 32 in his stead. Now at the top of the key with the throw-in. Red Knights down 1. Driving the lane is number 3, Ronald Lee, to the far wing. That's number 1, Jaden Daisy. Underneath the pass, the shot taken by Kita. And the rebound into Gavin Olsen's hands. And he's in the front court. Nice crossover dribble, the drive, and off the board. Couldn't convert, but what a move by Gavin Olsen. My goodness. Now coming back, and that's going to be a charge on number 24, Jalen Wilson, as he bowls over the Wildcats, number 32, Soren Marker, who just checked in. And this game is getting physical. Watch this. I don't know. You know, these calls can go either way every single time, can't they? Whether you're watching the pros, college especially. Could have gone either way. Was there a reach in? The real question is, did the defender have position? Arguable either way. But we play on. 31-30. Wildcats with the lead and possession. And that's a travel as Gavin Olsen apparently could not hold his pivot foot as he pulled up his dribble right here. Watch that. Yeah, he did. You couldn't tell which pivot foot he established. That was the reason for the travel. Good call by the refs. Now Benilde into the front court. Down 1, 15:41 to go. Driving, quick jump shot by number 1, Jaden Daisy. Rebound underneath is Wilson. And he draws the foul as he misses his putback right here. And Soren Marker right there gets him on the arm. Number 32, that's team second for Waconia. Benilde has 1 team foul, and that is Jalen Wilson at the line. He gets the first one to go, ties it at 31 with 15:34 to go. There's Wilson averaging 21.2 per game. The junior with his second attempt off the back rim, rebound. Wildcats, Tate McDonald quickly into the front court for the Wildcats. Now at the low post to number 33, Jackson Hayes, and his pass underneath in traffic, misses the mark intended for number 32, Soren Marker, and now a timeout on the court by Waconia. Coach Dan Rubisco wants to talk it over here early as there's been a few little miscommunications, and we look at a very pensive Benilde crowd here. They know this is a big game, and you can see the pensiveness there. We're tied at 31 with 15:24 to go. And they know they have a formidable opponent in Waconia. Again, they have not lost, the Wildcats. And I keep repeating it because I think it's incredibly remarkable. They haven't lost since December 12th. So they've got to be feeling confident no matter what the circumstances are, on the road or against whoever. If you've won 11 in a row, your confidence has to be at an all-time high. And right now, they are toe-to-toe with the Red Knights on their home court. Two evenly matched teams. That makes this a great basketball game, and glad you're with us on ParkTV 16 Sports. Hope you are enjoying it wherever you are. All right, now Red Knights at the top of the key. Number 1, Jaden Daisy underneath the Jalen Wilson, and he can't get it to go. Rebound tip in from underneath, and a whistle, and a foul is going to be called, I believe, on number 24, Tate McDonald. Oh, they called it on number 33, Jackson Hayes. That's his second personal, team third. Throwing underneath. That is Wilson, Jalen Wilson, the senior captain, underneath in the lane. Keto can't find anything there. Far side shot from outside. Jaden Daisy making it look easy. What a nice, easy shot. Effortless. Beautifully done, and now the Red Knights up by 3. Early on in the first half, they were up by, I think, as much as 5, but now back up by 3. Kirsch with the turnaround off the backboard. Hayes with the rebound, comes up the left hand, draws the foul, missed the shot. He'll go to the line and shoot you. Jackson Hayes, he's averaging 14.5 a game. Beautiful rebound by him. He goes up strong, and drew the contact and hit the deck. This is physical basketball, Big Ten style, except it's Metro West. And Hayes, the lefty, gets that one to go off the rim and in. Cuts the lead to 2, or I should say the deficit to 2. There's Jackson Hayes, senior. Nice player out there. Wow, both these teams are highly talented, which just makes this game so much fun to be here at and describing. I hope you're enjoying it as well. Now down underneath Hayes, one-on-one, gets that to go. What a great low post player is Jackson Hayes, number 33, as he gets back on defense. We're tied at 34 with 14:21 to go. Now into the front court for Benilde. Ronald Lee, underneath, great pass and an easy lay-in by Jaden Daisy, the senior captain. Puts the Red Knights back up by 2 with 14:10 to go. Now Kirsch into the front court, drives into the lane, gets held up, back to Hayes, he comes in, underneath the left-handed scoop. This kid is talented. Jackson Hayes had 2 baskets in a row. Now Lee into the front court. We're tied at 36 now. Way outside. Lee can't get it to go. Rebound, Hayes. Dominating here in the second half early on. Now Kirsch in the front court. Comes in, pulls up his dribble. Hayes from outside. Can he do it again? And he does. Jackson Hayes dominating here. 3 baskets in a row, a free throw, and a rebound, all in the last minute and a half. Waconia back up by 3 with 13:26 to go. Now Wilson to the low post. Daisy, quick jump shot, gets that one to climb in and basket. Big time comeback shot there by Benilde Daisy. Now Kirsch in the front court. What a game this is. Low post to number 24, McDonald, back out, great ball rotation. Both these teams playing magnificently. Kicked out, wide open shot, off the back rim, rebound into Lee's hands, and he'll hold up smartly. Lee didn't rush that, showing composure there. Nice job by number 3, Ronald Lee. 12:41 to go, his team down by 1. Conference lead on. Outside, Daisy can't get that to go, and they're gonna call a foul underneath on number 32, Soren Marker, and he shows his frustration. And I'm not sure why he was called either. Let's see, but look at Jackson Hayes lighting it up here in the second half. 3 baskets, a rebound, and a free throw. Has put his Waconia Wildcats up by 1 with 12.5 to go, and now following the foul on Waconia's Marker. That's their 4th team with 12:30 to go. Keep an eye on that stat. That could play pivotal as this game gets down to the wire. Now underneath, Keto with a nice bounce pass received. Puts the Red Knights up by 1. Almost out of bounds there, but Kirsch able to save it. Lee and Kirsch are having a war. Look at these two go at it. Kirsch comes in, gets it to go. They're gonna wave off the basket and they're gonna call the foul before the shot on Ronald Lee. My goodness, these 2 kids are going at it. Lee cuts them there. Kirsch goes back to the left, goes up with the shot. Boy, I don't know why they didn't give him the and 1 there. Big time point guard play there by number 13. William Kirsch following the inbounds pass, shot missed, but Waconia with an all-important rebound. They're down 1 with 12:05 to go. 13 on the shot clock, and number 13 has it, Kirsch. Kirsch now reverses course, lost control, but fortunately number 21, Simon Meath was there, now driving, shot missed, rebound, and a new shot clock. I don't know why they didn't redo the shot clock. 14 seconds to go, and there's Jackson Hayes. This kid is having a second half, folks. He is in the zone. Watch this, crossover dribble, left hand in traffic, kept his concentration and focus. Pure joy right there for Jackson Hayes, and he'll go to the line for the and 1. His team up 1 with 11:46 to go. This is tournament basketball on display here. 42-40 Waconia. Supremacy of the Metro West Conference on the line, at least midway. Not who's going to win it, but who's going to take the lead in the conference standings. Both teams undefeated in conference play this year. And there's still a ton of games to go, but this is an early litmus test for these two teams. And there is a litmus test for Jalen Wilson, the junior captain. Big time play over Jackson Hayes. Took the contact off the board and the rim and in. Ties at 42 with a chance to take the lead. That's the 5th team foul on Waconia. That is going to be a huge, huge stat here. And now, Jalen Wilson makes the and one, and we got a timeout on the court. I'm not sure which team took it. Full timeout by the Red Knights. 11:37 to go. They got a 1-point lead. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube, and this is one of the best Metro West Conference matchups of the season. Waconia coming all the way in on the bus from where they are. Waconia, that's got to be almost an hour's drive. Past Chanhassen, going out what? Highway 5, I think, takes you out there. It's a bit of a jaunt, but Waconia has come in here to play, and they are just down one with 11:37 to go, and there's Coach Dan Robishko talking it over. And I don't know if there's much to say to either of these teams. I think they're both playing really well. Not any really glaring defects, just both teams going all out, playing free and showing their talents. Great basketball. What more would you want on a Friday night? I was gonna say a cold Friday night in January, but I was walking in the streets in Minneapolis this afternoon, and it felt like April. I go, wow, it feels like spring. Amazing. Amazing. I've lived here most of my life. I've never seen this kind of warm weather in January, ever. All right, now here is Waconia. 43-42, they're down with the ball, 11:28 to go. If you're joining us, you have been in for a great treat of high school basketball all the way to the far side. That's number 24, McDonald. And, there was almost a turnover, and Jackson Hayes got it. Now into the corner. 9 seconds on the shot clock as they go back and forth. Now Jackson Hayes, he's been hot, gives it up, and now number 14 took the pass. Owen Hiltner, and his foot was apparently out of bounds. So unforced error against Waconia. 43-42, Red Knights with the ball and the lead. Now at the low post. Hayes against Wilson. Those two players are matching up, and Wilson with an easy chew, kind of a modified sky hook a la Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Anybody remembers those Lakers teams in the 80s? All right, now underneath Jackson Hayes. This kid is out of sight tonight in the second half. I think that's 5 baskets. 44-45, Red Knights with a 1-point lead with 10:23 to go. That is number 5, Jalen Donnelly. Now Wilson on the far wing against Hayes, and they're gonna call him for carrying. My goodness. I'd have to see that again. Even Damian Johnson, you can see his body language, the head coach. What? He was on the far side of the court. There might have been a little bit of a carry there. You don't see that called very often, and it's usually a little more obvious than that in my experience, but nevertheless, it could have been. So they're calling it tight as well, which they should. They want this to be an honest, fair contest. Call the infractions when you see them. All right, at the top of the key, Gavin Olsen. Quick ball rotation now on the low post. That's McDonald. Now that is Gavin Olsen. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense by the Red Knights. Quick short jump shot from short range off the rim. Rebound into Quito's hands. Now quickly in the front court. Donnelly comes in the left side. Draws the foul and can't get it to go. It's going to be called against number 14, Owen Hiltner. Wow. Look at this guy come in on the left hand, high stepping it. Gets by the defender and can't get the three-point play to go, but he's at the line for two with a 1-point lead and off the front of the rim and in. It's awful difficult when you're flying down the court then to calm yourself to make a free throw. Let's see if he can manage to make the second of two here. And he does. 2-point lead for the Red Knights, 9:36 to go. Waconia now. Earlier in the first half, the Red Knights showed a little bit of token full court pressure, but they've gone away from that. Now underneath, Jackson Hayes can't get it to go. Rebound, nice job by Donnelly as he tipped it to himself. Look how fast Donnelly is. He is on the races there. Look at the turnaround, shot off the rim, and Hayes gets the rebound after it bounced around. 9:10 to go. Into the front court, Gavin Olsen looking for space. A little bit of an extension of the arm there. Didn't draw the foul, though. Wasn't blatant looking enough. And there, down low, Jackson Hayes. I like that kid's game. He is so fundamentally sound in that low post. Tied at 46, 8:47 to go in the game. Into the front court, Donnelly. Looking, he's being guarded closely by Owen Hittner. Now, that is Wilson, Jalen Wilson coming in. Defender goes down in an easy, again, that's a modified sky hook, kind of a hook shot, but more from shoulder range than the sky position. Now, Hayes didn't see the defender. That's the danger when you're a tall guy like that, putting the ball on the ground. You leave yourself vulnerable to that kind of turnover, and that's exactly what happened. Benilde's just way too quick to put the ball down there for them to get to if you're a Waconia fan. Now Keto sees the wide open Red Knight. That's Xavier Lumpkin. His shot from three-point land off the mark. Now quickly outlet pass to Gavin Olsen in the front court. Hayes now into the corner to 24. Tate McDonald back to 32. That's Marker. Now McDonald inside underneath and a great look. He can't get it to go. My goodness, he was wide open. Now Hayes can't get it to go. And a no call, and Red Knights with the rebound. Wow. Waconia with two awesome opportunities to score. Could not convert. And we got a whistle. And I thought there was a timeout called by Waconia. And I'm confused, I'm not sure if that was 10 seconds. Didn't seem like it took that long. I'm just talking with Paul Broden, our producer, who's in my ear here. We're trying to figure it out. I don't know what that was. But I do know this, Waconia has the ball with 7:20 to go. What a matchup. 16 fouls for Waconia, 4 for the Red Knights. Benilde's in the bonus for the rest of the way. Now way outside Gavin Olsen, way off the mark and out of bounds. Oh, they're gonna give the ball back to Waconia that must have been touched by Ronald Lee. Here's this shot. Oh, did he touch it right there? Yes, he did. Good call by the officials. Partial block. Another big-time shot from outside with little on the shot clock. That's why they had to rush that shot. Off the mark. Red Knights now with a 2-point lead and the ball in the front court. Just under 7 minutes to go. Ronald Lee with it. Being guarded closely by Kirsch. You know, this is such a great game. I kind of don't want it to end. It is too much fun. Now, look at the ball rotation. Keita can't get it to go. Rebound. Fulford. Waconia in the front court with a chance to tie. 6.5 minutes to go. Gavin Olsen to Kirsch. Kirsch now. Ronald Lee. Both these kids. Lee goes down. Kirsch takes advantage and delivers the short-range jump shot. And a timeout on the court by Waconia as they've tied it up at 48 with 6:24 to go. Here is Kirsch. Look at he and Lee. He did duke him a little bit. Lee got caught up on his feet, went down, and that opened the door for William Kirsch, the sophomore point guard, averaging 18.7 a game. Take a breath wherever you are. What a game this is. And there's Benilde's remaining schedule. So after tonight, they are on the road. Monday, Orono. Thursday, Chaska. The 6th, that's the following Tuesday, Stewartville. So they're going to be on the bus. Orono is a little bit not too far, just past along Lake Minnetonka. Chaska, a little bit farther, and then Stewartville even farther. Then they get New Prague at home, and then at Bloomington Jefferson, that's just down Highway 100. Then they get the Storm. They're an emerging power in all sports. And then at Waconia. That's the game to go to. I might even go to that game. This one is so good. That one is going to be a war for sure. February 20th, if you're a Red Knight or a Waconia Wildcat fan, go to that game. It might be sold out. Smaller towns tend to really support those types of games. I can remember when Shakopee, I played there against Chaska, we would put 3,500 people in our gym. That was the old Shakopee High School. It would be packed. You had to get there early to get in. All right, now play back underway with 6:21 to go. Donley, man, is he quick. Now to number 1, Daisy. Picks up, good defense, almost over and back, and it's intercepted by Gavin Olsen. He comes in, the challenge, and they're gonna call the foul on Kita, number 23. He begs to differ, but that defense caused that. Kita tried to save it to Donley, and there was Gavin Olsen, and the challenge at the rim. I don't know if that was a foul or not, but that's the call. And that is Gavin Olsen averaging 17 a game, the senior point guard, another lefty. That's 6. Oh, it goes in and out. And these free throws are critical here. Absolutely critical for both teams. In fact, I would argue whoever does best at the free throw line from here on out is going to win this game, most likely. Olsen able to convert the second, puts his team up by 1 with 6:06 to go. There is Jackson Hayes. This kid has played magnificently. All right, now the referee has a discrepancy with the game clock, and that's why he blew the whistle. Now he's talking to the scores table. So there's the head coach, that's Dan Rabishko, and they're talking about the clock. I'm just behind them. I'm trying to listen to what they're saying here. Still looking to see if he's talking about the shot clock or the game clock. There it is. And that's a new invention. We haven't had that before. All high schools have to have that. All right. Well, I'll tell you this, there's 5:58 to go. And the Red Knights are down 1. And that's all you need to know. And that was smart play by Jalen Wilson because he let the ball go all the way into the backcourt before he picked it up. Many players make a mistake by touching it and carrying it into the backcourt, and that's over and back. Well done, but they weren't able to convert. And now with the balls, number 24, Tate McDonald. Tight defense by Jaden Daisy. Good ball handling by Waconia. Now that's Kirsch. I love this kid. Look at the behind the back dribble. A lot of talent on the hardwood here tonight, folks. Now, here's one of them. No call there, and now the call is going to be on Kita. That is Jackson Hayes. They didn't buy that job right there. Came in, and they're going to call it on number 24, Jalen Wilson. Oh, no, Kita. They called it on Kita, his 4th. So he's got one more. He's out. And that is Hayes, and doesn't able to get that to go. So both teams in the bonus now. Kita will come out with his 4 fouls. And checking in for him, number 34 for the Red Knights, that is Xavier Lumpkin, the senior. And Hayes with his 2nd attempt gets that one to go. 50-48 Waconia. Checking in for the Wildcats, number 32, Soren Marker. There he is. 5:13 to go. Wow. All right, now Red Knights a chance to tie it or take the lead this trip down. And now we're looking at the court. There may be some moisture on the floor when the players hit the dirt, or hit the deck, I should say, and they don't want people slipping, especially with the intensity these two teams play at. Coming in at full speed and you hit a wet patch and go down, that can be a serious injury, so good thing they're out there. Referee's doing a great job here tonight, in my opinion, keeping control of these two teams. I could watch this basketball all night long, and I hope you can too, and I'm glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. Now, that was Donnelly bringing the ball up. Worried about the time. I wouldn't have done that. I think that sends a message to the other team that you're worried about the time. And with 5 minutes to go, I don't know. It's a little early to be worrying about that, I felt. All right, now with that miss, Waconia with a 2-point lead and the ball. And Lee goes for the steal on Kirsch, and he did distract him enough where that was an air ball and the ball out of bounds. So good defense by Ronald Lee, number 3 for Benilde. Excellent defense just when they needed it. They don't need Waconia to get up by 4 or 6, which they have not led by that much at all tonight, if at all. Now they're up by 2. Donnelly coming in, quick jump shot, hard off the board, gets his own rebound, and look at the talent of number 5, Jaleel Donnelly. That kid has so much athleticism, it's off the charts. Now number 11, Gavin Olsen. Kirsch tried to do the inlet pass to Hayes, and there was a foul away from the play. And there's gonna be a push on Donnelly. Oh wow, I thought Donnelly played great defense there. I respectfully disagree with that call. Here's Donnelly, watch this kid. Huh? And then watch him sky right there. Amazing. Jackson Hayes converts. Now checking back in, number 14 for the Wildcats, Hittner, along with 24, McDonald. Wildcats up by 2 with 4:14 to go. It has been nip and tuck all throughout the second half. Now, turning and shooting and scoring, Jaden Daisy, the senior. He averages 15.2, and he's tied the game at 52 apiece with just under 4 to go. Jackson Hayes kicks it out to Gavin Olsen. He drives in underneath, wide open, and they're going to call the charge. And stepping in to take the hit was number 34, Xavier Lumpkin. Let's see if he had position. Oh yeah, all day long he had position. Well done by Xavier Lumpkin. We're tied at 52. There was no doubt about that charge right there. Gavin Olsen, who was called for that foul, and it should be a 1-and-1 now, as both teams are in the bonus, unless it's because it was an offensive call. And now more sweat being mopped up there on that far side. We look at some, so they had a bunch of young kids from the younger Catholic schools here today, a ton of them, and at halftime, it was the greatest thing. They had them lined up, and those are the kids. They're in their little uniforms. That was probably the highlight of the evening, watching those kids at halftime, to be honest. But no, this is great basketball. I've been talking about it all night long. Owen Lee delivers. Rattles that in from that far corner. He puts the Red Knights up by 3 with 3:23 to go. That could be pivotal. Now Kirsch comes in. Can't get it to go. Ronald Lee with the rebound, and now he slows it down. Showing great maturity there. Now Donnelly into the front court. And that is going to be the test for the Red Knights. Can they maintain their composure and score? That is Wilson with the miss off the mark. Waconia to the front court, 3 minutes to go, down 3, and that's number 13 with it, Kirsch. Donley, tight defense as they push out the perimeter. Now Hayes going against Jalen Wilson from far outside. Gavin Olsen can't get it to go. A little bit of a desperate shot there from that far out, I felt. And the rebound out of bounds. Look at this, Ronald Lee wide open. Gets that to go in a clutch situation with under 3. And now checking out number 34, Xavier Lumpkin, and he put in some big time minutes, taking that charging call, and he's getting the accolades as he comes to the bench. Key minutes there for Lumpkin, especially if the Red Knights can hold on here. Now the miss, and boy, these free throws, that's gonna haunt Waconia. On the road, conference lead on the line, midway through the season. Missing free throws will haunt. Now Donley looks in, comes in with that athleticism and an easy land with the left hand, and the Red Knights are up by 5 with 2:18 to go. Game on the line. Every possession matters right now. William Kirsch into the front court. Hayes and the turnover by Donley. Look out now. Will he pull up? Goes up to the kick. Cheetah can't get it to go, and a whistle underneath as Cheetah goes down hard. And that draws the fans out of their seats here. Watch Donley. The nice hesitation, the left-handed move. He protected the ball all the way off the glass, into the rim and in. And meanwhile, the referees are underneath the basket talking over what they thought they saw. And I don't know if we can get that replay. I'd like to re-see it. And they're wanting an intentional foul here. And now they're going to get a push call. Right here, there's the alley-oop to Cheetah. Can't get it to go right there, but I think it was inadvertent. They're going to call it on Hayes, but they might have. They did. So I don't think they called Hayes for undercutting the player there, but I thought it was inadvertent. I think he was there, but we'd have to watch it again to determine what the intention was. Meanwhile, it's all academic because at the line is number 24, averaging 21.2 points a game. Jalen Wilson, the junior, makes the first of 2. And they're up 6. And I think that's their largest lead of the match. For sure the second half with 2:06 to go. And Waconia on the road will have their work cut out for them. And Wilson, that one spins out. 6-point differential, 2-possession game. That was a huge miss potentially. Now Kirsch comes in. That kid is good. He wasted no time. He averages 18.7. And there is Exhibit A why. Now Donley in the front court with 1:48 to go. His team up by 4. Short jump shot, he gets it to go. And you can see why he averages 17 a game off the bench. Now into the front court, Waconia quickly. 1:36 to go. Jackson Hayes comes in off the board, draws the whistle and the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot 2, and that will stop the clock with 1:33 to go. Jalen Wilson will get the call for the foul. And here's Donley. Again, his athleticism and right there, his ability to stop and go straight up, you can't teach that. Meanwhile, you can't teach the talent this kid has either. Jackson Hayes can't get it to go. Oh, another missed free throw by Waconia. They're going to rue those. They're down 6. And now a whistle on the far side and a call. It's going to go against number 13, William Hirsch. His 3rd personal, team 9th. Both teams have 9 fouls, so both teams are in the double bonus with 1:26 to go. It's a 2-possession game and less. Number 5, Jaleel Donley makes that, and now it's a 3-possession game with 1:26 to go. And Waconia, those missed free throws, I can think of like 2 or 3 now in just the last several moments. And that's the difference between a 3 or a 1-possession game, and Donley makes that. What a great night he's had tonight for the Red Knights. Now into the front court, here's Kirsch with 1:22 to go. His team down 7. No, 6. No, 8. And a quick shot and a timeout by Waconia, and that's the right move by their head coach. Here's Hayes. Kirsch drives. This kid is just a sophomore, and he is really good. I don't know if he's called Bill. He looks like he took a little shot to the face. And the clock is stopped on the timeout. And there is the What's Your Mess Conference. And look at the discrepancy, not the discrepancy, just the difference in the records there. They're both 3-0 in the conference because they play so many non-conference games at the front end of the season. And the Red Knights are 7-7, but they lost 6 in a row in the middle there from like late December till mid-January. And I wonder if they had some key players that were out because they're 4-1 in their last 5, and they're about to go 5-1 in their last 6. Meanwhile, Waconia 12-2, hadn't lost since December 12th. And they are on the road here at the Red Knights. They're going to play again on February 20th in Waconia. And that would be worth the drive there, I tell you what. That's going to be for the conference championship. Waconia is really good. Really good, and so's Benilde, obviously. These are the 2 best teams in the Metro West. Arguably some of the best 2 teams in the state in their class. And now following the timeout, 1:15 to go. And Waconia now with a full court press for the first time tonight. They need to force a turnover. And now Donnelly's with it. He faces the turnover. Nice bounce pass to get out of it. Across the timeline is Jalen Wilson. Gets it to Ronald Lee. Into the corner, that's Jaden Daisy. Nice ball rotation back to Lee. 1:02 to go, and there's the foul on Gavin Olson. And Lee will go to the line with 1:01 to go. And so that's the game we're playing. If you're a Wildcat fan or a Red Knight fan, it's going to be foul, go to the line, hope for misses, get the rebound, and try to make your shots on the other end of the court. Ronald Lee at the line, the senior point guard. Gets that one to go, big time. 7-point lead. Makes it a 3-possession game. Lee pounds that ball. Deep breath and the shot. Gets it to go, big time. 8-point lead now. Kirsch, Donnelly making him take up valuable time. He comes in and draws the foul. Donnelly's like, what? Didn't get him by much. Let's see, you judge for yourself at home. Yeah, he got him with a little bit of the elbow. It was touchy. Kirsch gets it to go for the 3-point play. Just a 5-point lead for the Red Knights. William Kirsch, the sophomore. He is a star. And I note now on the bench is Jackson Hayes, who had a brilliant first part of the second half on the bench. I don't know if he fouled out or if he's just taking a breath, but I'd rather have him in. And now the quick foul on Waconia's number 32, Soren Marker. And I think that's good. If you're gonna foul before any time goes off the clock. And there you can see the Waconia fans in their gold and blue, yellow and blue, and those scarves. Taking the 45-minute drive, I want to say. Maybe it's an hour. Not quite that, probably. All right, Donnelly at the line. Gets that to go. 6-point lead with 53.1 seconds. Now Hayes checks back in. Sitting down for Waconia, Owen Hittner. And Donnelly with a chance to make it a 3-point game here. Does. Ice in his veins. And the free throws are the difference, aren't they, tonight? Now, Kirsch from way outside. Are you kidding me? That kid is good. Having a night. Just whatever. Way outside. Drives Lee off. Gets the space. I listen to Trent Tucker on K-Fan. He's got a show called In the Zone from 8 to 10 a.m. almost every Saturday. And you know who's in the zone? Is that kid, William Kirsch. And there's their schedule coming up. So they're on the road tonight. They got 3 more road games. Chaska's not too far from them. Neither is Chanhassen. Prior Lake's a bit of a jaunt. And then they get St. Louis Park at home. And then on the road to New Prague. Jefferson, Orono, and then there's Benilde-St. Margaret's. We don't travel that far usually for games that aren't playoffs, but that is going to be a big-time game in Waconia. That gym will be packed. All right, now there's the buzzer. There's 45.5 seconds remaining. Red Knights up by 4. They're 4-1 in their last 5 games. Waconia hasn't lost since December 12th. Conference supremacy midway through the season is on the line, and we got a throw in underneath, and it's going to be Jalen Wilson, the junior leading scorer, with 21.2 seconds to throw it in. Buckle up here. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. And Donnelly takes the pass and gets fouled right away. And he's been hot at the line. That's probably not the guy Waconia wanted to foul, but nevertheless, they understand, rightly so. And it's going to be a double bonus, so he's going to get 2 shots, by the way. But what I like about Waconia is they didn't let them throw it in and let 5-6 seconds and a guy run around before they fouled him. They know that their enemy is really the clock, and Donnelly misses that one. So it's going to be a 2-possession game with 44.6 seconds. That's an eternity now. Donnelly for the second of the double bonus. Both teams have 10 team fouls. And that shot goes in. 5-point lead, 2-possession game. Gavin Olsen gets double teamed briefly, now into the corner, driving the baseline, and losing it underneath was number 32, Soren Marker, and then a quick foul on Kirsch. And that turnover is unfortunate for the Wildcats. As there he was, driving the baseline, looking for somebody to pass to, and I'm not sure if that was just a turnover, I believe. I didn't see the foul on that replay. Nevertheless, Jaden Daisy at the line. He makes 2, he's got a chance to make it a 3-possession game, and he can't convert. So even if he makes this second one, it's just still gonna be a 2-possession game, but those possessions require at least a 3-point shot, and if he may require 2, he missed 2. Oh, my goodness. And a foul? Or out of bounds? Nope, just out of bounds. What defense there by Jaden Daisy. Good thing he didn't give up the foul, because that would have been a chance for Waconia to score with no time being taken off the clock. 30 seconds to go. Full court pressure. Here comes Kirsch coming in. He drew contact. Can't get it to go. They let him play. And now the ball loose. And is that a travel? Whistle. What are they going to call? A foul? Oh, my goodness. Look at Kirsch come in, draws contact, they let that go. Ball loose. I thought it was a travel right there. Just by sliding on the court. I didn't see the foul there, but that's what the call is. And back to the line after missing 2 is Jaden Daisy. Free throws are critical. 20.0 seconds remaining. 5-point lead. It's going to remain a 2-possession game, and he gets that one to go. Waconia, they're down 6, and he was out of bounds. Ronald Lee as he stole it. Kirsch and Lee playing games out there. Look at those two. Can you see him? Lee trying to play. Kirsch from outside, short. 10 seconds to go. Rebound, out of bounds. Red Knights. They have possession with 19.2 seconds, and Coach Damian Johnson feels he's got it in the bag. He knows how important this game was for these Red Knights. They have struggled. They went through that 6-game losing streak. They're 4-1 coming in the night, and it appears they're going to go to 5-1 in their last 6, and they're going to be atop the Metro West Conference. And look at Ronald Lee. He's been playing this game with Kirsch for the last several minutes. And now the referee's going to come over. I do think Lee's been playing a little bit of an acting job, and he's going to come over and talk about it with Damian Johnson and say, knock it off, I think. And he doesn't need to play that. I like that he does that. That's all part of it, the art of falling and all that sort of thing. But I think the referee's like, we don't need that anymore. And neither of the Red Knights. They got the ball and the lead with 7.5 seconds and a trip there by Kirsch. And Donnelly thought it was intentional. He does calm down there. And he'll go to the line, and the referee talking to him, trying to calm him down. And it was a trip. I can understand why he might feel that way, of course. But you want to be the bigger guy here. I got great advice. Stay above the fray when you're playing sports or anything in life. Stay above the fray, and that's the fray that Kirsch was trying to draw him into, and Donnelly did a nice job controlling himself there. Well done by him. Don't want to do anything to tarnish this win, and it's a great win for the Red Knights as he makes that one. Nice job there, Donnelly calming down. Big-time maturity by that young man. And now Kirsch gets blocked. And it's over, and the Red Knights have won, and they are going to celebrate here as they should. Donnelly goes to the net, and he'll wave goodbye to the crowd with that salute goodbye. And I'm telling you, these two teams are going to play again on February 20th in Waconia. Get your tickets now. Go to that game. It's going to be crazy. But tonight, the Red Knights win by 8. They're atop Metro West. So for Paul Broden, our producer, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again. Have a great night.